Sunday, January 5, 2013. This is Mercedes Diesel Guy, and this is the the driver's seat I'm rebuilding for my 1983 Mercedes 240D. This seat was originally in my 1979 Mercedes 240D parts car. Just to very quickly recap, in the past couple of videos I have stripped down the bottom of the seat to the frame and the fabric. And I have also repaired the springs and actually installed some reinforcement springs. And just wanted to point out also that the seat bottoms are actually interchangeable, driver's side to passenger side. I didn't have a spare seat bottom, although you can get these sometimes at a junkyard if they still have these old Mercedes. In my case, I opted actually to repair the springs rather than just to waste this, because I know this still will have a good amount of life in it with the repaired springs. So, anyhow, I'm going to continue on today. And where I left off with the last video, I was repairing the seat bottom fabric. You can see what I did here. I actually glued a piece of vinyl to the back here. And I also used some heavy nylon thread to stitch up the hole. So you're going to see this gives a little bit of a baseball glove effect, but other than that, I believe this will be a solid repair. And before I left off with the last video, I actually glued another piece of vinyl to the tear here along the bottom. And the first thing I'm actually going to do today is stitch this up, which won't take me too long. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do from there. As you can see now, I have this this tear here stitched up, and I've got some new vinyl backing this. So the next step from here actually is to repair the padding here underneath the seat. And what this particular padding does is actually gives shape to the pleats here on the other side of the seat. So I actually have some new padding, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to size and then glue it in. And the new stuff I have is actually a bit thicker than this. And now that I've got that tear stitched up, the next step from here is actually to repair the padding here underneath the seat. And this is actually not the main seat padding. What this does is actually just gives shape to the pleats on the other side of the seat. And as you can see here, most of what you're looking at is rodent damage, because mice had gotten into the seat and they had eaten this up. So I have new padding. Basically what I'm going to do is cut it to shape and then glue it in. The new stuff I have is actually a bit thicker than this original stuff, maybe about twice as thick. So I'm going to see what I can do about maybe slicing it down thinner than what I already have. So let me show you what I bought. To repair the pleats, this is what I got at Walmart. Polyfill True Foam. Let's see if it's easy enough to work with. And there's 2 sheets of this stuff in here, and it's about 1 inch thick. So basically, like I said, I'm going to be cutting the new stuff to shape and gluing it in. And let me just very quickly show you what I'm going to use to do the cutting. This here is an electric carving knife. These are not expensive, but what I did was I got one that was in like new condition off of Craigslist, and I think I paid $5 or $10 for it. You're not going to do too much better than that, but these electric carving knives like you see around Thanksgiving, these are ideal for cutting upholstery foam, and very easy to work with. So I'm going to get the pleating in here repaired, and I'll show you what I'm going to do from there. Okay, I have cut and glued into place the new foam strips for the for the pleating on the driver's seat here. I'm unlikely to do this on the passenger seat, as that was all intact, and I'm still going to be restuffing the whole seat. The passenger seat's going to need a lot less work, but I digress. The next step from here is now I'm actually going to have to cut the new foam padding to go on the spring seat. And as you'll remember from previous videos, I have a 3-inch thick piece of memory foam, which I'm going to be cutting for that purpose. And I saved whatever I could of the old horsehair seat cushion to use as a pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and make my markings and cut that now, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do from there. And now that this portion of the seat padding is repaired, I am actually going to cut a new seat pad to cover the spring seat from my 3-inch piece of memory foam. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, I have already cut my foam for the seat, but one more thing I'm going to do before I actually start reassembling the seat bottom here is I have some canvas. This is nice heavy stuff, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut a sheet of this roughly to the shape of the seat frame and attach it, you know, possibly with hog rings, not really sure yet. But this is basically just to provide a layer between the new cushion and the seat springs, so you know the jagged edges of this don't cut up the new foam. So I'm going to cut this piece of canvas now, and I'll show you how I'm going to attach it. Okay, I have the canvas attached now, and I used hog rings around the edge. Basically I just cut the canvas a little bigger than I needed it to be, and fold it around all around the seat. So here is my new foam piece, which similarly is a little bit oversized. So the idea is that it'll kind of fold around the edge of the springs, kind of like the old piece of foam did. Of course, this is an entirely different material, so let's hope this works. So really the next step from here is to see if I can fit the old vinyl over this and stretch it over the frame and refasten it. So it's going to be difficult with this workspace I have here to do it on video. So you know how you took the vinyl off the seat? Pretty much the reverse to put it back on. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do that now. And this is it. I have the original MB Tex vinyl stretched around the new foam, and the seat springs are repaired. Obviously, because as I said, this isn't this wasn't an original Mercedes seat cushion. The shape is definitely going to look a little off visually, and I'm pretty sure you can even see that here in the video. And certainly feels different. I mean, this is some high density memory foam here. So far I'd say it feels pretty good and should be supportive, but let's see how it is eventually when I have it installed in the car. But I think I'm going to be pretty happy with this, even though it's obviously going to in the end feel different than a factory Mercedes seat. So this is Mercedes Diesel Guy. Thanks for watching. And I'm going to cut this right here, and I'm going to start the next video with working on the seat back. So, thanks for watching.